You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is T, it is D. Touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. The Philadelphia Eagles have been eliminated from the NFL playoffs, which means that Nick Carpenter, our resident NFC East football fan, is so gone after that loss by the Eagles. As a Commanders fan watching it, he's unable to join us this evening. So you get the A team, you get the TD team.
Yeah, they call me Touchdown Tommy back in high school.
Tom's so tall, he could do this and he'd be a field goal post.
Yeah.
He's that tall.
We were so poor we couldn't afford them, so they paid me each game to do it.
It's pretty wild. But Tom's muscles are so big.
Crazy. All right.
It'd be such obstructed views.
You want to talk football?
Talking football. Wait, do you actually want to talk football?
Yeah.
Oh, Tom's got a football story, everyone. Let's stay tuned.
NFL playoff bracket.
Oh.
No, I'm making predictions because it's me.
Okay.
I think that it's going to be the Steelers are going to beat the Texans.
Oh, okay. I can see that. Garrett Camaro will be happy.
Okay, so the Bills. That's what I want. So I want either the Bills or the Jaguars to get to the end.
So, fun fact: the Jaguars lost today to the Bills.
Yeah,
so...
yeah. I know. But like, I was looking at that, and I'm like, I don't care who won that game. I like both those teams because their colors are fun. Like the Jaguars' colors are fun. The Bills jump through tables. Patriots, Chargers. I anticipate the Patriots winning. Seahawks, Niners, Bears, Rams. So I want in the final. This is my prediction. Okay. It's going to be the Bears and the Bills.
Bears and the Bills. Okay, you heard it here first, folks.
And you know who's taking it? I think the Bears.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. DDJ versus JP. San Francisco Levi Stadium, Super Bowl 60 with Bad Bunny at halftime. Sign me up. I'm excited for it. Let's get a little halftime heat. I think WWE needs to bring that back.
I think that I watched half a football game this week.
Wow.
And I am over it.
We hit the over based on what I...
Honestly.
But you know what, Tom? You talk about all these predictions. You talk about who's going to win the big one. Ladies and gentlemen, we used to do predictions. We used to have the big one. We used to have the King of the Nerds crown. Mine sits right over there in my display case, untouched, waiting to be held once again. Because you know what? You can't hold it if it's not yours, and I respect tradition.
Yeah.
And we have a running tradition here at the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast where we put the Royal in the Royal Rumble. That is why on January 31st, live from the Kingdom of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Not really, because we wouldn't dare step foot in that terrible place. We will be crowning a new king of the nerds. We will be deciding who will main event WrestleMania in a predictions contest for the King of the Nerds crown. This is how it works. So, per usual, there are 2 Royal Rumbles during the Royal Rumble PLE. So guess what? This is how it works. If you join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month, you will automatically be entered into the drawing and have your name eligible to be drawn for the first Royal Rumble match that evening. The winner of the first Royal Rumble match of the evening, they will get a chance in the predictions for the crown at WrestleMania 42, live from Las Vegas in April. The second Royal Rumble of the evening will be a little more exclusive because that Royal Rumble will determine who is the new King of the Nerds. And to be eligible for that, you need to be one of the 14 people who have held the crown before. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about Tom. I'm talking about Nick. I'm talking about Ryan. I'm talking about Jonathan Mayer, DDJ. I think Owen may have held it. I have to check the lineage.
Harold held it. Gerald held it.
JP held it.
JP.
I think I have the lineage here. Hold on.
I don't have a fucking clue. But if you were at one point King of the Nerds, this is your shot. What we're going to do is, and I believe this is what I believe. What I believe we're going to do is evenly break up the numbers amongst the former kings. Now, there's 30 entrants in the Rumble. There might be one number that is a wild card number. And Dave, if a wild card number wins, can I make a thing? Can I make a stipulation? I'm not going to tell you what it is. No. You have to say yes or no. And if you say yes, it is a stipulation.
How about this? People have to comment yes. No. I need 3 comments that say yes.
No. Because then I can't say it and I'll forget it.
Oh,
and I don't know it until I say it.
So
it's a stipulation. So we have 14 previous kings.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I have here. So Jonathan Mayer had the crown going into WrestleMania. He defeated DDJ on episode 221 of the broadcast. And then things got all kerfuffled at WrestleMania. I have to go back and check. But if I'm adding this up correctly, Nick, Ryan, myself, you, Harold, Gerald, Spaceman George, Dylan Shivers, JP, Garrett, DDJ, Jonathan Mayer. So that's 12.
Great. So that gives us 6 open slots.
I have to also double check. Owen may be in there. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to double check.
Yes or no?
Sure, why not? Let's get fucking wild.
If one of the numbers who is unselected by a former king of the nerds wins, so one of those 6 entrants win, and those numbers have not been assigned to those in the thing, in the Rumble, Patreon members, all you have to do is Venmo me $1.
Wow.
First $1 to Tom. Or no, actually, screw it. Let's get greedy. Highest Venmo to Tom within 10 minutes.
Highest bidder
without knowing.
We'll have it in our Patreon chat.
You Venmo me money, and you become king.
I got Venmo. I'll make it happen.
And you got king. And I'm gonna say, don't be ridiculous. Like, don't Venmo me $100. I will feel bad. I could use it, but don't. We're talking like,
I have a disposable camera.
Silly dollar amounts. And if maybe let's not do the highest because that's kind of shitty.
Do it.
The third. That's 3. The third person to Venmo me money.
Third caller
is the king of the nerds. The second that Rumble is over,
I'm working that day. Fuck.
The third person to Venmo me any dollar amount is king of the nerds.
It's fair.
I think that's a fun stipulation. I get paid. It's great.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
And I can also lie and just say it was me. I will show my Venmo account on the on camera so you can see. So if one of the numbers that is not drawn to a former king is the winner, be the third person to Venmo me any dollar amount.
Okay.
And you are the king. Yeah, you can buy your way into this.
What we're always about, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard it here first. First Royal Rumble winner of the evening will get their shot to point at the sign. There it is. The WrestleMania side, and head to WrestleMania 42 in Viva Las Vegas and get a chance at a predictions contest for the King of the Nerds crown. The winner of the second Rumble will be royalty because they will be a multi-time, at least, Royal Rumble winner or a
potentially
multi-time King of the Nerds. Well, here's how the King of the Nerds lineage breaks down. Just about, I'm not going to read because literally I have the full. Hello, I have the full history here, ladies and gentlemen, of every.
That's so dumb.
So yeah, I've got the. Hold on, let me turn the brightness down here. Holy shit, that should probably fucking help. There we go. So here's the breakdown right here. So Nick's a 1-time champ, Ryan's 1-time, I'm 7-time, Tom 1, Harold 2, Gerald 2, Spaceman George 2, Dylan Shivers 1, JP 1, Garrett won, DJ won, and Jonathan Mayer won.
Technically, I'm what, 4?
What?
5? I'm a 5-time winner.
You're one time.
Well,
you won it at Mania. Because you won it.
And then
Tom
my won it.
April 1st, 2023. Oh, okay. I got it. I was like, what? Ugh.
But yeah, I think it's time to bring the crown back.
April 1st, 2023, Tom defeats Spaceman George at WrestleMania. February 6th, 2024, JP cashes in and defeats Tom for crown in Brawler predictions. April 7th, Garrett defeats JP and Dave at WrestleMania 41. May 4th, on Star Wars Day, I last won the crown. Then I held it. DDJ beat me in a trivia contest. Then Jonathan Mayer defeated DDJ.
We should do a trivia contest.
Awesome.
Just for fun. Maybe get into WrestleMania for the prediction. Yeah. We do trivia contests.
I love Royal Rumble.
Not wrestling trivia.
You know what?
Trivia.
We tend to do this. The Royal Rumble. I'm typing into ChatGPT. Excuse me, I'm yawning.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
Folks, it is January 11th, 2025. And guess what? Did you see what I posted on the Wrestling Nerd socials today, Tom?
Yeah, 30-something years from Raw.
33rd anniversary of the first episode of Monday Night Raw at the Manhattan Center in New York City.
And you feel like they would have hyped it up coming up with Raw tomorrow. Like,
no, man, we got to hype Netflix. What are you talking about? But let me break down this graphic. For those of you who don't follow us on social media, what are you doing? Go like the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast on Facebook and Instagram. Live action live at the Manhattan Center, Monday Night Raw, Monday, January 11th, 8:30 p.m. Live action includes what would be the main event, The Undertaker versus Damian Demento, Coco Beware versus Yokozuna, appearances by WWF Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels, also the Steiner Brothers, Doink, and other WWF superstars. I love that every name is trademarked on this graphic too. Tickets still available. I'm trying to read. It's an old graphic, so it's hard to make it out a little bit, but tickets still available. $12. Holy shit. Let's see. Tickets are available by calling this number. The Manhattan Center is located at 311 West 34th Street. Doors open at 7:30. Watch WWF Superstars Saturday at noon. WWE Wrestling Challenge Sundays at noon. Tickets also on sale for January 18th. Wow, man.
Now what's crazy is 33 years ago, tickets were $12. Those were probably like okay seats.
I mean, granted, the Manhattan Center is it's a very small venue.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like those tickets are probably $100.
$100 now?
Yeah.
No. Those tickets now are $500.
Really?
Probably. To get into a small venue for WWE now?
Yeah, like if they
it was $600 to sit in the nosebleeds for fucking SummerSlam.
And it's $100 to sit in the lower bowl on in the corner in Grand Rapids for SmackDown and Raw. Like, so yeah, in a small venue like that, it could be, yeah.
It's funny. So go ahead, Tom.
Just back to the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
How the hell do I watch this?
You click on
buy the ESPN thing?
You ask in the Patreon chat.
Okay,
some letters, symbols will pop up. You'll click through the naughty pop-ups, and you'll eventually get it. No, you can buy the ESPN app, which is $30. And fun fact, there's a class action lawsuit against it right now.
About that, because people are like, well, you told me I needed this subscription, and I have it, and I can't watch.
So because I have I have ESPN through like Disney, so I have Disney Plus because Margaret has Disney Plus and is a good sister. So I have access to ESPN Plus, but if I wanted to watch, there's a show on there called Stephanie's Places or whatever. Like you've probably seen the segment. She interviews like the Bloodline on a yacht or whatnot, and like Sami Zayn's there. I can't watch it because that's ESPN Plus Premium. I'm like, what the fuck? I remember like when I downloaded the ESPN app and I was like, oh my God, I could watch all the old episode like shows of the Ultimate Fighter, because when that show first came out, I thought it was really cool and I got into MMA for a little while. And I'm like, oh my God, I just fucking watch it all. Great. Nope, gotta have ESPN Plus Premium. So like, and then depending on what cable subscriber you have, you can get it for free. But if you have YouTube TV, which I get ESPN, I do not get the ESPN Premium. So it's just bullshit. Like, you've just made it so difficult and inconvenient to watch. My wife and I, we were watching Superstore on Peacock. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
Yeah.
Fantastic. First of all, folks, if you ever worked any sort of retail job, specifically in like a grocery store or a Walmart type superstore, watch that show. It is so relatable. It's so hilarious. And I'm just being flooded with all these memories. But like, there's no WWE content on there. And it was so easy to find. I'm like, fuck. So
yeah, now it's like impossible. It's on Netflix now, but it's also like impossible to find.
Yeah, I need to get a VPN and try and find a workaround.
Man, like it's just getting crazy.
It is.
And it's not even like just that. Like I wish it was, but just watch anything right now. Like we went to Netflix and streaming because it was cheaper and easier.
Yep.
But now there's like 80 streaming apps, and I'm like, I just want to watch like one or two shows on each one.
Yep.
I just started watching The Young Rock.
I put that on my thing because Danielle and I were looking for shows to watch, and we came across Superstore. I asked her, like, would you want to watch Young Rock with me? She's like, no. So
she might.
I remember when that came out, I watched like the first
like
3 episodes.
Super wrestling. Like,
yeah, no, it's not. It's about like his old past and whatnot. I remember I watched like the first 3 episodes, but it was like right around the time of like DVR being a regular thing, but I forgot to DVR it. But there was no like you can go back and watch the back catalog like you can today. So I was like, well, shit, I keep missing episodes. I'm done.
Yeah, the guy they got playing Macho Man sucks.
Well, they should have got Machoverse.
They honestly like, and I'm not just saying that because he's our friend, but like, what a missed opportunity. Did
you see the video I posted from the ACW show?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I didn't watch it. But
for those of you who aren't aware, our friend, the Machoverse, was sitting go back October 18th at a Mischief Night show for ACW, Awesome Championship Wrestling in Poughkeepsie, New York, my local indie. And the Machoverse was sitting front row cosplaying, and Crowbar, WCW legend Crowbar, has a match, and he had his lead pipe out with him. Machoverse picks up the crowbar, the pipe that after it goes on the ground, and tries to hand it to him. And he goes, "Here you go, Crowbar." Crowbar takes the pipe back and then snaps and attacks Machoverse for he wasn't like, "Oh, I'm holding this thing. You're not gonna." No. He was literally just being a good Samaritan, going, "Here you go. You drop it."
Yep. He's a high school teacher, for Christ's sake.
Out of nowhere, unnecessary. And so fast forward to going to the Poughkeepsie Rumble for ACW, the Poughkeepsie Rumble. Crowbar is in a 3-way match, and he's got a gentleman by the name of Kerr assisting him in this match, and he's standing on his shoulders about to do like a splash on a man's Warner, and all of a sudden the crowd pops, and to my left, you've seen the video, here comes the Machoverse down the stairs. He makes a beeline for the guardrail. Machoverse apparently had been banned from the building, comes down, gets in Crowbar's face, hits him with his scepter, and then Kerr, out of nowhere, unprovoked, puts his hand. Dude's not even in this match. I don't know why he's down there. He puts his hands on Aaron. Like, it's ridiculous.
On our friend.
You don't put your hands on my friend. Let me tell you this. Not only do I respect Machoverse, I respect Macho Man, I have no respect for Crowbar. I have no respect for Kerr. And I will guarantee this is not the last we hear of the Machoverse. The Machoverse, I cannot wait. Aftershock, March 14th, you best believe I'm going to be there, and I can't wait to see what happens.
I think we should have them all on the show.
I think we should. Hale Collins, Vic Delicious. I mean, you guys run the show. I would love to hear what you have to say about this, because you've got talent putting hands on individuals who are not trained wrestlers, who are not trained.
Machoverse is a goddamn high school teacher.
He's a teacher.
A teacher for the children.
Like, teachers get abused enough in today's society.
We know
they don't need to worry about going to a wrestling show and have someone put their hands on them. It's ridiculous.
They have shit insurance. I know what their vision plans are, at least in Michigan. They're not getting good vision plans. I know.
They don't all got Tom's got glasses.
I fucking love Machoverse. That dude's so nice.
He's the man.
He really honestly, like, all jokes aside, all gimmick aside, like, I will say, outside of like our Patreons and stuff, I think Machoverse is my favorite guest we've ever had.
It's up there.
I know, because like we had like some really cool ones.
We had Matt Cardona.
But here's my why: is one, he promoted the show.
Yeah.
Two, hi, thumbs up. Two, he was just very, very appreciative and easy to talk to.
Yep.
And not me, like mostly all of our guests have been wonderful.
Yep.
Like really. But I think for me to have someone on and like be excited to talk to someone, I do think Machoverse very quickly became my favorite. Sorry, Castro, I love you, but you know, micro brawlers are dead. Speaking of micro brawlers, they're dead, right? Like we can kind of admit like it's kind of it. But this, Jonathan Hodab sent me this. That new Okada brawler's tight.
It's pretty nice.
It's tight, man. I am here for it. What I'm also here for, I think this is a good idea. The belt as a little like rubber bracelet.
I like that.
I think that is a clever thing that they have not done. And I really enjoyed that.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a very clever idea.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is they need to form some sort of way to get a title belt for these micro brawlers. Even if it's like the Pro Wrestling Tees title belt. You know, doesn't need to be an AEW title belt, you know.
That's what it's gotta be.
Yeah, I don't have that. I do not believe I have that AEW. Because I feel like they had a pin for like the AEW like King of Strong style title belt. I know I have the AEW title. There was a Goldberg Big Gold. I think I got it in a WWE Slam crate. I have the NXT title, but I think it's the NXT Women's title, I believe.
Yeah, I think they just need to make a belt or multiple belts, and that will at least bring in a little more excitement.
Yep.
And part of me is kind of stoked that like Cardona's with WWE because they're not going to make any more of him.
Yeah.
Part of me is stoked that apparently Danhausen's WWE.
I've heard he's on his way.
So there'll be no more Danhausen brawlers.
Yep.
I think Danhausen going to WWE is a fucking mistake. It makes no sense to me. He won't
do well. He could do good. He can do good in NXT. He will not do good on the main roster.
I don't think he'll do well in either. I think that I love Danhausen. I think that gimmick's great. I think he is destined to be the king of the indies. He didn't do well in AEW.
No.
He didn't do well in ROH.
No.
And I'm annoyed with AEW about how they used him. I think him and Orange Cassidy could have been tag team of the year.
I think Danhausen had the opportunity to be AEW's answer to R-Truth. Yep. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not necessarily doing the same thing, but
good wrestler, but the comedy gimmick
is just owns comedy, you know, can work a good match, you know. And you can, I don't want to say, you know, continuously take losses because I don't think that ever helps anyone, but can take a loss. And, you know, when he gets a win, you're not necessarily surprised. You know they can still go.
Yep. So I don't know. I think this is a flop for everyone.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think he will, again, I think he'd work well in NXT because NXT is a very character driven.
I don't even know how to watch NXT.
It's on the CW, baby. Tuesdays.
So I
love NXT. NXT is very exciting. But yeah, I feel like we are in a point in wrestling right now where we're on the come down.
Yep.
40 it peaked. And WWE is constantly like, wrestling's at an all-time high right now, which, it very well, business-wise, of course, because you charge it on a fucking leg. But I think it's one of those, when it gets on the upswing, AEW will be hot again. And I don't mean that AEW is bad right now, but AEW is not what it was in 2019 or that 20, like even coming out of COVID, like they were just so on fire with everything.
Yep.
Everything they did was gold. But I think once you see so I think WWE's got to come down, which then allows AEW to rise up, and we'll be back in the upswing.
I think we're seeing a little bit of AEW wanting to rise up with the Bucks wearing the tassels last week.
Oh, I miss buying Young Bucks t-shirts. Like,
right.
And I've said this before on this show, and this is my biggest gripe with WWE and also AEW to an extent. I've said this before. Like, you used to go out there and you used to know, like, because Chris Van Vliet was asked this question. He's like, and I'm going to post the graphic I made on ChatGPT. What are giving your Mount Rushmore of greatest wrestling t-shirts ever? And it was Austin 316, NWO, D-Generation X, Bullet Club. 4 biggest shirts.
100%.
I would say Hulk Hogan could possibly slide in there, but I feel like he had so many different varieties. It was always a yellow shirt, but it said like Hulk rules or Hulkamania, Hulk will live forever, something like that. So there were too many varieties of that. Whereas those 4 shirts are consistent. You know what it is every time.
And still being worn.
Yes. But my point is
that classic Hulkamania shirt anymore.
Yeah. But like my point is, you knew what shirt, if you want, like I knew what shirt John Cena like to buy because John Cena was wearing that shirt at the time. That's the John Cena shirt. Now Cody's got like 6 different shirts at a time, and I'm like, no, he's got to go with one, and that's the outfit. That's the uniform, as John Cena called it. Like,
wear it for a couple months and then get a new shirt.
Yes, and I remember it used to be in like No Mercy. You had 4 versions of a wrestler, and like you got 4 different outfits for it. It's like, makes me mad. I miss it. I miss t-shirts being front and center.
I miss the excitement. I mean, we can talk Wrestle Kingdom briefly because I want to go to bed soon. But like, this was the first year in probably 8 years I haven't watched Wrestle Kingdom.
I did not watch it either.
And
that makes any difference.
The excitement of the characters across the board in wrestling is gone for me. Like, I will be a full admit, like, bandwagon, like, the Elite was becoming a thing. Kenny was, like, the cleaner. Okada was the guy, and that really brought me back into it. The matches were exciting. There were shenanigans that made sense.
Yep.
There were clear bad guys doing bad guy things.
Yep.
And it was just fun. And I feel like it just stopped. I feel like it just stopped being that again. So if wrestling wants to come back, like, I don't want to seek out where to watch. It's annoying. 2, I don't want the same match every week.
Fair.
AEW has been doing that left and right. I feel like I'm watching the same Dynamite week after week. And I'm like, all right, like, you got a whole ass roster. Maybe shelf the fucking Death Riders for a week. Maybe shelf Tekla and Julia Hart for a week. Maybe shelf the Bucks. Maybe shelf the Don Callis family for a week.
I hate the Don Callis family, to be completely honest.
15 people?
And they all just feel like a fucking guy.
And they don't do anything.
No, it just makes me so fucking mad.
I am excited because it's going to break up. There's going to be that thing, the split. It's their Bullet Club, if you will, of splitting. Yep. And it's going to be Fletcher and Okada versus Takeshita.
This is how, so NXT, when it first started on the WWE Network, they batch filmed episodes. They filmed 4 at a time, right?
Yep.
So basically, like when it was an hour, and then it even jumped to 2 hours, and they do back-to-back episodes. You didn't see people like, with the exception of maybe the NXT champions. You didn't see people back-to-back weeks. You had to watch. Like, oh, is my guy going to show up tonight?
Yeah.
They just try to jam the same 6 people week after week after week. They've such a fucking big roster.
And
I'm
it's
not
a
saying you got to
good
make them go
roster.
away for an hour, for a month. Like,
And it's
God, fucking 2 weeks with all these
and it's
fucking shows you
good-
have.
I mean, they just have such a good roster too.
It's too bloated. That's the problem.
It's too
And this is the
bloated,
other
and
thing.
too many
They have to
fucking
make
titles.
all these other shows so they can fit this roster. I'm like, they've
And
got
There's
Collision,
too many.
they've got
1,
Dynamite,
2,
they've got
3,
Ring of
4,
Honor.
6, 7, 8. There's 10 titles.
Yeah, it's too many. It's fucking 10 too many.
Men's World Champion, Women's World Champion makes sense. TBS Champion and TNT Champion, they should be the same. TBS Champion makes sense. Like, it's a Women's Intercontinental.
Yes, it's their mid-card title.
AEW Continental makes sense. Men's Tag makes sense. TNT Champion makes... I would combine the TNT and the Continental.
100%.
I don't think you need both. Trios Champions means nothing.
Yep.
International Champion means nothing. National Champion means nothing. Women's Tags, great. There's too many champions that don't matter. I will say the national
It feels like if you're not a champion in AEW, what are you doing? You just have to fucking spit and you'll find a champion in AEW.
Yeah. They need to bring the Dark Order back. And
you know what I realized?
They need to bring that whole thing back. They need to bring the fucking
you know when AEW, I feel like, started to go south for me? When they got rid of Being the Elite.
Yep.
When Being the Elite went away, I remember in our Patreon group, that was appointment viewing. That was like the last time I remember, like, guys, new episode's out. What did everyone watch? Oh my God, it was a wild, like.
But I think they brought it back.
They've somewhat brought it back, I feel like, but like it used to be like it was canon for Dynamite. And I feel like a lot of people bitch like, oh, something happened on BTE, so I don't know what's going on Dynamite. Fuck you, man. You ruined the fun.
Yeah.
But so wrestling's really weird. By the way, if I could cut back to the Royal Rumble, because I know we do want to wrap this up soon. I asked ChatGPT, and I had to ask it a couple times because it kept giving me CM Punk as a member of the Final Four. And I'm like, that's not possible. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, the 2026 WWE Royal Rumble is coming up. Give me a Final Four for both the men's and women's matches, a Final Two, and a winner. It cannot be CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Jade Cargill, Stephanie Vaquer, or Seth Rollins, because I believe he is legitimately injured. So here's a realistic WWE style booking that feels big without repeating recent winners. So, Final Four for the men: Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, LA Knight. Final Two is Gunther versus Braun Breaker, which makes sense to me.
Yep.
And then winner is Braun Breaker. And you know what you do? Give me Gunther winning the Elimination Chamber, beating Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship.
Yep.
Just saying. Women's Royal Rumble. Final Four is Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Bayley, and Bianca Belair. The final two, Rhea Ripley versus Tiffany Stratton. The winner, Tiffany Stratton.
That makes sense, but it should be Bayley.
She's not really doing anything. I think we need to do. I think we need to get Bayley the Intercontinental title.
I think Bayley needs the Intercontinental title and needs to rebrand.
Yeah.
I truly believe that Bayley needs to go back to her roots. People loved the hugger.
Yeah.
When she stopped doing the hugger, no one gave a shit about her.
Yeah. Sound wrong?
I know. So. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tell your mom, all right. Tell your dad, okay. Brothers and sisters, yep. I'm calling it. I'm going to bed. I am fucking tired.
All right. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you join our Patreon, patreon.com/WNRDB. $1 a month. You support the broadcast in the best way possible, and you get your crack at the crown. So Yeah, buy our merch on ProWrestlingTees.com. Is the show coming to an end? Are the shirts going to be collector's items? Who knows?
Who knows?
Out.
Find out.
So until next time, on behalf of myself, the future king of the nerds, DaveCTheVoice, His Royal Says Highness, Tom Sasso, and somewhere the founding father, maybe trying to become a father again. Who knows? After this weekend of football, you never know. Doubt it. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
Fuck ice. Fuck ice. Fuck ice. Fuck ice. If you disagree, you don't have to watch or support us. That's fine.